Hi, this is Derek Wilson with a video about your 401k teammates. In order to grow your practice to the maximum capacity, we need to understand who the players are involved on your team, what exactly they do, and their roles and how you can utilize them the best. You are the relationship manager. One of the things you might provide is investment recommendations, not selection. Your role here is not to say this is the fund you should have on this plan. You're not selecting them. You're monitoring the funds for them and making recommendations. They are the ultimate decision maker. When I say they, the plan sponsor is the ultimate decision maker. You also recommend other service providers. We'll talk about those players here in later in this video, but like I said, you're the relationship manager, bringing this team together. Setting up your team allows you also to protect yourself or protect them if the beer truck came by and something happened to you. You want to set this up so if you weren't there, it would be a smooth transition for the employer. And the more players you have, the more teammates you have, the easier that is to accomplish. The first team player that you need is the product wholesaler. Now this person is going to be a great resource, obviously, for their product knowledge, but they're going to have background in the 401k industry. They're going to have a little bit of administration knowledge. Also is going to have basic administration knowledge, a little bit on rules and regulations of the 401k plan, Department of Labor, that sort of thing. So they're going to have, what pricing should I use? How does this product work? What are the investment options on that plan? They'll also be available for prospect meetings or proposal meetings, that sort of thing. Use them. Set yourself up as a relationship manager. Don't ever go in there and say, I don't know anything about this. That's the worst thing you can do. You want to set yourself up as the investment expert, the relationship manager. You're bringing in these other players to the team or to the table that assist you in servicing the client. The more players that you have involved, or the more players that you show that are involved, just makes it look like your team is a whole lot better and sets you up as the expert and the relationship manager. Once again, they'll know the benefits of their product and also the benefits of or some of the features of other providers' products and give you ways to sell or help sell their product or help sell the 401k plan. So you really want to team up with a good product wholesaler. A good one is by far and away one of the best resources you can have. They can really help sell the plan. Some of them also offer enrollment support. If they personally don't, their provider may have enrollers that can come out. Just be careful, and not be careful, but just look out. Some of them may charge a little bit to do that. Some don't. Make sure you know what's included in each product. We'll talk about product and fees in a little video, but just make sure you know what each provider offers. Next, the internal product wholesaler. Now the external is going to be obviously the one in the field. Sometimes they are hard to get a hold of, so you want to have a good relationship with their internal. One of the things that they can help with is pricing and proposals. If you can't get the direct information you need from the external, the internal is definitely a great source. They'll know most of which, obviously they're not going to be as knowledgeable as the external, because typically the process is the internals become the externals, so they are just not as experienced as the externals, so they can help with pricing and proposals. They may also provide scheduling meetings with the external, so they may be easier to get in touch with than the external. A lot of them have contact goals, so they have to make outbound calls or service calls or something to that effect. So they may be easier to get in touch with than the external. Internals obviously on the phone, the externals on the field. External is going to be probably more focused on the number of meetings. The internal is the number of calls or contacts. So use them if you have any questions. That the external, if you can't get a hold of them, definitely go to the internal product wholesaler. Marketing materials and resources. Definitely go to this person. That, like I said, this is the back office of the external. Usually a little easier to get a hold of. Marketing materials and resources. Each provider has a huge amount of support that they can offer you. This person also, some providers can generate leads for you, so definitely ask the questions on what services the internal can provide. Now, the third-party administrator. We'll talk a little bit about some of the other servicing models, bundled, unbundled in another video, but the third-party administrator is your resource for compliance and administration. They'll handle distributions, compliance testing, 5500 preparation, that sort of thing. So they're a great resource for compliance, plan documents, plan amendments, anything like that. This is the person that you'll need to talk to. You can always go to the internal wholesaler, the external wholesaler for these type of questions, but they're just going to turn around and go to this person. So you want to know who your plan's contact is with the third-party administrator, so you can go directly to them. They also have relationships with the product providers. Most third-party administrators have a few select providers that they offer services for. They know their products inside and out. They have the knowledge of the administration and the different providers. They can also be a great resource for non-compliant plans. If you have something really, really technical that you don't know about, you don't have to be the expert in everything. You just need to know where to get your questions answered, or your employer's questions answered. So a third-party administrator can be great for non-compliance plans. And some of them also offer enrollment support. Ask them this question: will you come help enroll the plans? Or see if they'll even also come to proposal meetings. Mutual fund wholesaler. These guys can be a great resource for marketing support. They may be able to put on seminars, lunch and learns, etc. They also get compensated. You have one of their funds on your 401k plan. They get compensated by this. So you want to have a good relationship with them because they can help you. Some of them even have lead sources as well. Check with them to see if they have lead sources for 401k plans. A fiduciary advisor. This is a relatively new thing coming out in the 401k industry, but you can actually hire someone for a fee that does all the investment selection, any type of participant notice, is there any investment policy statement. You can outsource all the investment selection, monitoring, and replacing of the funds. So why would you want to do this? Well, one of the reasons you might be thinking about doing this is the time that it takes to select and monitor their funds. If you outsource this, you're strictly the relationship manager. You can focus on the relationship management of the plan. You can focus on getting the assets out of the plan, educating the employees, because that's where the real money is. It's not necessarily the loss leader on the 401k side, but you definitely, the more service, the more value add to the employer, the more value add to the employees, you can definitely get more assets out of the plan. So who should you hire first? I have two recommendations for you on this. One or the other would be a great way to start. One is either the product wholesaler. They're going to have relationships with a third-party administrator, and that's the other person that you could start with. Vice versa, they're going to have a relationship with all the product companies. So you either hitch your wagon onto a product or the administration. They're going to have relationships with everyone. They're going to know the ins and outs of the 401k industry. You set yourself up as a expert in the investments, and you're bringing in these people to assist you. Never go in and say, I don't know anything about administration. I don't know anything about the product, because in the back of the client's mind, they're thinking, well, what else does this person not know about? So my suggestion, select either one of the two and then start selling.